What's up, everybody? Hashtag 40 Acre Addicts. I'm your host, Steven, joined with my co-host, Henry. Say good morning, Gat.
Morning, Longhorn Nation. Welcome to the channel this morning.
Absolutely. You want to go ahead and tell them what we're going to talk about today? Because everyone's been waiting, and the news is here.
The one quarterback battle. He has won it. The mullet man himself, Mr. Quinn Ewers.
I did not get a mullet for no damn reason. Thank goodness. I was sweating bullets for a minute. A lot of overhyped, I'd say, motive, which was rightfully so for Hudson Card, but they're overhyping him just a little bit from what I'm hearing. I mean, Audwar and Catch about ready to fire a mofo over. They was arguing amongst themselves over it.
Sometimes you get fed the wrong information, even when you're a paid website. Sometimes you get the wrong information.
That's why sometimes it's better just to hear it from a good old average Joe like ourselves.
Man.
Quinn,
just starting though, man. I'm excited. I know the fans are excited.
Yeah.
63,000 over 63,000 season tickets were purchased this year to watch Quinn, Bajan, and X go to town, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see the way he throws the football, man. You know how long it's been since we had a pretty passer?
Absolutely.
Ellinger, dude's very pretty.
Yeah, he can run over people very pretty. Yeah, you're right about that.
He made that look poster worthy.
Yeah, but his passing to me was similar to that of Colt McCoy's. You know, it was great in accuracy, a lot more short passes, but that deep ball, NFL deep ball, never quite was there. And Quinn's got that in every kind of way, shape, or form. And I think Steve Sarkisian definitely stuck with the right decision on betting with the freshman with the few green areas and just deal with his hiccups as the season goes along. Because we've talked about it before. If you picked a card and had a repeat of last year with Arkansas, you'd be out the door before the season probably finished, and Gary Patterson be finishing the season off. We don't want that kind of juju for Coach Shark, but we're just speaking facts, and he definitely made the safe decision.
Let me ask you this: how nervous are you for Quinn's first start, considering he hasn't played a game since his junior year in high school?
I'm not too nervous of that first game because it's against Louisiana Monroe, and they're coming off a pretty good season last year, but if you look at their schedule, they have a tough schedule ahead of them. So they play Alabama and they play UTSA, same two teams we play in the beginning of the season, and so they got a really tough schedule. So their minds can easily be elsewhere for that game, knowing that you have those two teams coming right after Texas. And I think that's going to be a big blowout, and it's going to definitely give Quinn some confidence going into Alabama. But that confidence, isn't going to be everything. We'll see if he pulls a Johnny Manziel off. In other words, but don't be surprised if
it could happen.
He gets tore up in that game, man.
Hey, he was ranked number 1 for a reason.
Yeah.
It's time to show it.
Johnny Manziel wasn't ranked that high. Not coming out of high school.
Johnny Manziel is a different breed.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember because I was elsewhere, but you telling me about the man himself, Johnny Football, in that freshman year, telling me, man, there's this guy, and he just lit Alabama up. Because you watched that game live.
Yeah.
And you were telling me about it, and I was just in shock, like, who? An Aggie? Why are we even focused on this A&M football? And then there was a reason we were focused on that A&M football with Mike Evans in there. who's now a Super Bowl champion. Yeah, Mike Evans is going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's a multi all pro Pro Bowler in the NFL and Super Bowl winner, and it's been dominant years. I don't think he has too many seasons that are under 1,000 yards receiving since his like eight years in the league somewhere. I'm not certain on that, but it's been some years he's been in the league. But yeah, I could I'd love to see Quinn do something like that. But Louisiana Monroe, I want to see Quinn gain confidence in that game. If he doesn't gain any confidence in a big way, it's going to make me worry more about week 2.
Yeah. Because in week 2, he will take a hit and guaranteed in week 2. I'm
Yeah.
not going to guarantee that for Louisiana, but I'm going to guarantee it for Alabama. One of those studs is going to get past our freshman and hit
I
it.
see.
They're
I
going to
see
hit him
Will
in the mouth.
Anderson definitely getting in there.
Yeah, and
See
it's
Will
going to hurt.
Anderson.
He hasn't been hit in a
Hey,
long time.
this is just for any Alabama fans out there watching. This just to have some hate in the air. Because we don't like y'all. Y'all are the curse. We love Nick Saban, but we don't like y'all. And y'all are the curse that brought upon this 12-year, decades plus of just losing seasons that are just humiliating and just Texas is back being falsely claimed multiple times and just being the laughing stock of college football. And that happened after y'all. And
Yeah.
I would love nothing more than to see Bijan Robinson do Will Anderson, y'all's defensive Heisman high, like he did Schooler from Texas Tech in
Oh,
that game.
you guaranteed he's going to break his ankles at least once. At
I want to
least
see,
once.
and I want to see that that baptism that Bijan does.
Mm.
Now, may the Lord bless you.
Yeah, get on my field.
And slam Will Anderson into the ground. Now, could go the other way and he get blown up, but that's just what
I'm sure,
how
honestly, both of those situations are going to happen.
happened. They're gonna get a little bit
I'm
of both.
sure of it. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Both of those studs will win, a
against
couple
each
times
other.
against each other
Yeah,
for sure.
that's honestly going to be one of the most interesting matchups, and that brings me to Roshan Johnson actually to switch the subject, but not switch the subject. Roshan Johnson, I believe, does not need to play in week 1, even though they say he's capable of playing in week 1. I think he just needs to be bubble wrapped until we need him in week 2, because week 1 that ain't nothing but for the stats,
Yeah.
and then
Week
Roshan ain't
two,
about that
we
life.
could, yeah, we could very possibly need that Wildcat offense in week 2.
Yes, that Wildcat and that go-go offense, I think, is going to be used a lot more in week 2 than it will be any other time in the year, because that's going to take all the attention off of Quinn Ewers and allow him to not be pressured so much and give him more time in the pocket to be a more accurate quarterback.
Yeah, he just needs 3.5 seconds, man. All
Mm.
they got to give him is 3.5 seconds.
And if you worried about 2 running backs with backs and backs and backs behind them running all over the damn place and bringing receivers in and having them run outside, and man, it's gonna take a lot of attention off of them. A
Mm,
lot, and I think that's the main thing Sarkisian needs to focus offensively is how are we going to get the attention off of Quinn Ewers, because
true. And there's a lot of studs around him to do that. Those
Alabama's
those
defense,
sweeps to
yeah.
Jay Witt, like, yeah, bring it. It's almost here, bro. Like, it's almost here.
Oh, we'll be in San Angelo and Henry's Casa for that one. So
Mm,
do enjoy, do intend, because we'll probably be live that night
for sure.
covering the game.
And
Because I
this
think
time
that
we won't
game's
get in trouble
11.
for nudity. Last year we
Oh,
kind of got a little bit in trouble, so
yeah.
we'll keep the clothes on this year.
Yeah. No more booties being seen on screen live. Oh, man. That was great.
Gotta learn the rules and regulations somehow.
Yep. I learned the hard way.
Yep. There is no YouTube book that we can. Hey, this is a rule. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I see
Mhm.
another point to make is if Ewers does end up with 2 or 3 picks, don't take him out. Don't take him out and put Hudson Card in. If we
No,
lose,
he
we
hasn't played a
lose.
game in forever, man. Like he's got to play.
Yeah. And
He's
I
got to
mean, I
get back in
let
that
Alabama
running
beat up on
things.
them a little bit. If they win, they win, and just take the L going
That
on to week
game is
3.
going to show how tough he is. Because like we already said, he will get hit in that game, and it's going to hurt.
And one thing I would like to point out with Ewers, and it'd probably make us feel a little bit more comfortable with that Manziel type of win, is
Mhm.
he had no real experience as a starter. Came in to Carroll High School, went and beat Mojo in Odessa, who was highly ranked. Went and beat Duncanville. Went and beat some big name schools his first year as a starter.
He was a sophomore, and that was ultimately his best season.
Yep.
4,000 something yards,
Yep.
45 touchdowns, 3 INTs.
Yeah.
Like
He
that's
killed it.
45 to 3, 45 TDs to 3 INTs. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And that could happen this year.
And then the next year, man, he put up half those numbers, but he only played half the season, and he played the state championship game with a hernia, a sports hernia. So from that aspect, we know he's tough. We know he wants to be on the field, but from the aspect of getting popped in the mouth by an NFL linebacker and an NFL D lineman, that'll show his true toughness real
Yeah.
fast. Super. I mean, they put Colt McCoy out in the first quarter.
Yeah. I think they got to look at Ewers, and I'm sure Sarkisian is, and not this long tenured of development type of quarterback. Like they say, well, Vince Young had the same rating, and it took him till his redshirt junior year redshirt sophomore. He did the thing with the Michigan Rose Bowl and all that, but it took that junior year to rip all the lights to really click and take off. Uh, this ain't that day and age of football anymore. How many quarterbacks are we seeing? Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, a lot of these guys coming
CJ
in.
Stroud,
Bryce Young coming in as freshmen, redshirt freshmen,
Caleb
and
Williams.
and just taking it over like they're 5th year seniors.
Mm-hmm.
The development
It,
has sped up.
well, and the talent around them is a big part of it too. You have to
Yes.
have talent around young QBs. You
Yep.
need those stars out there to help them so they can throw those 50-50 balls and not worry about INTs because they know the receiver's coming down with it.
Yeah. So I got a good question for you. Do you think in just this Bama game in particular that the tight ends are going to be used more in the blocking or the receiving aspect, or there's going
It's
to be split both?
in Sarkeesian's offense, it's going to be both. He's going to try to trick them every way he can, create mismatches somehow, some way. He's a genius on the offensive side of the ball. So if anybody tries to predict what that man's going to do, good luck.
Yeah.
Shoot, good luck. He
Yeah,
starts quick. We know
I
that.
think I think he's going to be more in the blocking aspect to start the game. I don't know how the rest of it will play out, but I think to start with, just because of what Bama is going to be bringing, he'll definitely be on the conservative side and stick to more blocking to start it off. But that we can't be certain of.
Uh-uh.
We don't make no real predictions on this channel.
I
Just wild
really think
guesses.
it's going to be exciting, though. It's going to
Yeah.
be exciting. And
Uh,
honestly, after hearing to go to the defensive side, man, after hearing what Coburn had to say, like I think the D line might be stronger this year. I hate to say that publicly, but after what we said last year, last year they were the best in the nation supposedly, and then they end up being the worst. But I don't know. Coburn's arms look bigger. His chest looks bigger. He doesn't look as chunky. You know what I mean? I don't know. It gave me room for hope, for sure. Seeing him look that healthy, that changed, it looks good. And he's saying Byron Murphy's the best on the team, so that's what we've been saying too.
yeah.
And T Sweat, Ojimo, like
Coburn
they've
did
had.
look really healthy, man.
He
He looked
did.
he
He
looked
looked
real
strong.
healthy.
He looked strong.
Looks like he's definitely improved this off season, and that sticking to a healthier diet, I think, shows.
Yep.
Oh man, I
He
drank
looked
too
good
much
though.
coffee this morning.
The way he was talking about the D line, he even said it. I said it last year, but this year is different. This year we've had Coach Davis for this going on the second year. We've had Coach PK for the second year. The scheme's getting easier to learn, and they're figuring it out. And they could surprise us this year. We don't know. Defense wins games.
Defense wins championships.
Facts. Facts. 3 points can win a game if they don't have any. Shoot, all you need is field goal.
Yeah. All you need is field goal.
Shit, that's all you need. If their offense can't do nothing against our defense,
You got them
nah,
big, you got them
I'm
big dreams with that goose egg up on there.
I'm more excited to see what the defense is gonna do against ULM than I am the offense. I
Yeah.
honestly I feel like we know what's gonna happen with the offense because they've got Bajan, they've got X, they got Jay Witt, they got Ewers now.
Need that defense to get that same confidence we're
Woo,
trying to
if we
give
get that
Ewers.
defense, boy. Oh, if we get that defense, we could do good this year.
Yeah. It scares me too because they could be good and it could be a false reading because Louisiana Monroe just ain't got it. And then we go to Bama and get embarrassed. But hopefully it
What
don't play out
happens
that
with
way.
Bama is gonna happen. I mean,
That whole ship's probably already written in stone with the man upstairs. He just ain't gonna let us know until it happens.
like I don't understand why we're playing the best in the nation either, but we are. So deal with it.
Again.
Deal with it. All right, man. We're going on the what?
18
How long?
minutes.
18.
Yeah,
Mine says 40.
that's the whole conversation.
Oh,
How
okay.
long we've been on the phone. 18 is what we recorded. We've been on here in general for a minute. Yeah.
So who's your number one defensive guy you're looking forward to seeing, and your number one offensive guy?
Okay. My number one defense, I'm gonna pick to my number two defense because I already know who my number one is, and it's your number one, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you have that one. But number two, I'm gonna say Demo just because of his move again down to the edge. I kind of like there's so many, but just an obvious one, just obvious prediction, something that's gonna be pretty blunt to see on every play. Be Demo. He's I know he's gained weight, but them boys on the line are big, so he's gonna look a little funny there. He's gonna look a little weird, you know. But he might not. He might fit in just right.
Hey, PK's a schemer, man.
Gamer. And Gary
He could be.
Patterson came down there and is one who kind of made that push to the edge.
And those minds combined, if they don't make one of the best turnarounds of a defense ever, it's not going to be that hard to do considering we were the last place in almost everything.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that hard to do to put them in the. It shouldn't be that hard with those minds together. So that's like combining Superman and Batman. Like, come on now, the Avengers are formed.
Yeah. The Avengers are formed.
Yeah. Now let's see it.
They're going up against Nick Saban, which is that big guy with the rings on his hand.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know Iron Man gets killed or something like that.
Ouch, bro.
Yeah. But you ain't seen it?
Oh yeah, it hurt.
I ain't seen it. I just heard. I heard that Iron Man dies. I'm like, what? Iron Man was like the coolest form.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. We're going to wrap this up. All y'all watching, thank y'all. QB battle has been won. Quinn Ewers. Y'all
Number
get ready.
3.
This is the last weekend of no more college football. Next weekend, the season officially begins.
Yeah, it does.
But we have 2 weeks to go, but in general, college starts next week. And so this channel is going to be live and popping. Big episodes, live at the stadium, the tower, the whole 4 yards. And maybe me and Henry can get down to that Red River rivalry down in Dallas week 7 or something like that. I'm not sure. I have to go double check on that.
Such a long stretch.
Such a long stretch. Love y'all, Longhorn Nation. Till next week. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em.